With Simon Hammersley and Callum Chick after the win against Brive Correze in the European Rugby Challenge Cup. Gents, talk me through that. It was a pulsating game, brilliant first half, sort of Brive came back into it, and then that try at the death from yourself, Simon. So talk me through the game from your perspective.
Obviously, I hate to use cliches, but it was a game of two halves. For the first half we came out, we'd done exactly what we intended to do, but second half obviously got a little bit off script, a little bit frustrating for ourselves. We knew if we'd done what we did in the first half that we would keep pushing forward, but for us that didn't really happen. But to grind out the win is really important for us at this time in the season. Obviously, Simon getting a great try in the death there. Moving on the 10 weeks of the Premiership now, hopefully we can keep that momentum going forward. 4 wins at home in a row now, so yeah, really looking forward to the next 10 weeks.
Hammers, talk us through from your perspective, and in particular that wonderful team try at the end.
I think, like Chicky said, sort of going in at half time, we knew they would come out firing that second half, and we sort of let them get a bit too much of a foothold in the game. Indiscipline, silly penalties, inaccuracies sort of slipped into our game. So I think obviously we went behind, and I think that's when we sort of realised we need to front up, get our attack back on show, play with the ambition we played with in the first half, and yeah, like Chicky said, we obviously ground out a bit of a win. Nice to get a try at the end, and yeah, great to get a win down here because we're really building some momentum, especially at Kingston Park.
The crowd played a big part in that as well, in that they were really sort of vocal and visibly and audibly so, the way you responded to that in the last sort of 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, I think sort of we played obviously Connacht down here, great game, and I think that sort of then brings the fans. Obviously played Bath down here, which maybe not as good a game, but get the win nonetheless, and then this again. So I think it's almost the crowd maybe spurred us on to get the win against Connacht, and then we're almost trying to repay them their sort of loyalty, and you can definitely hear them out there, and we hope that obviously going into the Quins game next weekend that get a big crowd again and hopefully get another win.
And how does it feel for you, Callum? That was your first senior start at Kingston Park for the Falcons, so a nice occasion to be involved with?
Yeah, of course, yeah, it was really exciting for me. The build to the week, the whole week's been really good, and then to get the opportunity to start tonight, I was really happy. Obviously, a little bit nervous going into the game, but it was really good, especially to being involved in a team that was so full of academy prospects. So there's 13 boys who's come through the academy there, and it was great to see that many boys coming through now. Really good to be part of a winning team as well. Hopefully we can continue that.
And how important to that academy number is that to the squad? We make a big deal of it, of young homegrown talent sort of being in there and playing for the club. Is it important to you as team members?
I think definitely. Sort of, if you look at a lot of successful teams, especially in the Premiership, they're sort of built through an academy spine, like players who've come through the system and then grown through the club. So I think the work that you look, Marco, Jimmy, Aidan, all the academy side that do to prepare us for going into senior stuff, and then obviously the senior coaches when we get there, is sort of fantastic stuff, and it really, especially using sort of the European games, it really stands you in good stead to sort of make your mark on the team, and I think you can show that it means something to play for the shirt if you've all come through the academy and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely huge for us.
And for you, Callum, obviously it's certainly that call up to England under-20s, including a game here against Ireland at the end of February. Looking forward to the under-26 nations?
Yeah, of course, really exciting for me moving forward in the next couple of weeks. First up Scotland, obviously focus there first in the camp next week, and we'll be training hard, getting that set up. Really looking forward to Stamford for that set up hopefully as well. But then looking forward as well, the game at Kingston Park against Ireland, really exciting. Hopefully my family, my friends will be down watching that. Just really good home crowd. Obviously me, I couldn't wish for anything better than playing at Kingston Park where I've played a lot more rugby as a kid. Now hopefully moving on to my senior rugby.
Brilliant, thanks gents and well done.
Cheers mate.